Perfect.
Hey everyone, it's Jeanette.
Hey.
Welcome back to Untamed and Unapologetic. Today I have an amazing guest with me, Salma Gonzalez.
Hello, you guys.
Yes, I have known Salma for like 13, 14 years.
In my whole life.
Yeah, since she was a itty bitty before she started her business. So, Selma, talk to them a little bit about how you know me.
I have known Jeanette. Oh my goodness. I must have been, I'm not lying, you guys, 7 or 6 maybe. I was tiny. And this is my mom's best friend since this is the only best friend that I've known of my mom's, really. Well, there's like a couple. They're all their friends. Jeanette has been in my life through thick, through thin. She's seen the ugly, the bad, the good, everything. Jeanette has seen all of it. She was a therapist with my mom, or she still is actually. Fun fact, they're both doing Arabia. And yeah, they've been in my life since I can think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Selma is my good friend Julia's baby girl. And I've
Yes.
seen her grow up, and now she is doing something really amazing that I want
Mhm.
her to share because it is really hard to be
It
a
is.
woman in business and to be an entrepreneur. And I think people see it as glamorous and fun and exciting, but tell them a little bit about your business, when it first started, and how it's going.
So it actually just started about maybe a week ago, you guys. It's like it's super fresh and it's already hard. With growth comes growing pains, and I think everyone knows that. And I was working under this lady. I was doing good. We were all good. It was fun. I loved it. And she taught me a lot. I learned a lot of everything, and I'm grateful for my experience overall. And then I was talking to a lawyer, and she was telling me, Salma, why are you there? What is your purpose? Because there was change with, well, for her too. My old boss was having growth. She had growth, and with growth comes change, and that meant more documents, more legally. Like she had to do some things on her end too. And I was talking to the lawyer because I got help, and her name is Elizabeth. Elizabeth is the lawyer. And she was telling me, why are you here? You are worth so much more. You should never work under someone if you have a craft that you can do for yourself. She said, yes, she's helping you market yourself, but she's like, but Salma, you can market yourself. You can do it. And then that Tuesday that I was talking with her, we had a meeting at my old job, and the meeting went south. And I was like, why am I here? What am I doing? What is my purpose? What can I bring to the table? I am the table. I'm doing the work. Let me go off. And I called Jeanette that night. I was so angry, and I was just like, Jeanette, I'm ready to do my own. I can't stand it here anymore. I need my own space. I need, not that I can't stand it. I love my job, but I was ready for growth. And I was like, I'm getting a cut of my pay. I want my full pay. I'm ready, Jeanette. And she said, Salma, I've been waiting to hear those words, and let's do it. So Tuesday night, I told her. Wednesday, I had a full day of clients. I had 10 clients over there at my job. By Thursday, I was out. I was ready. So within 3 days, you guys, I called all my clients. I texted all my things. I moved fast because I was like, you know what? There's always somebody ready to jump on it before you, and you got to be quick. And I called Jeanette. Friday, I was set up. My whole shop was set up, and it was ready. And I was telling Jeanette, and I was like, Janetta, I'm ready. And she's like, I'm ready for you, girl. And she was helping me. She's like, I'll help market you. I'll help everything. And I was like, I don't need that. I just need your support. And she's been doing it ever since.
Yep, you got it. But what I heard a lot of things in there. First, you asked for help. And so many of us struggle to ask for help. I
Mhm.
think that's some like a roadblock that we have as women.
It was hard. I stayed there. I stayed there for like a year and a half. And from day one, Jeanette was telling me, Salma, you're worth more. You're doing good. You're doing good. Just keep doing it. But start your own, start your own, start your own. And finally, I took her up for her offer.
Yeah, let's talk about that too. The fear. There's always a fear of jumping ship. Like we are protected, we have a business behind us
Umbrella.
that's supporting us, that's like uplifting us, filling our schedules. And then it comes to that point, and it sounds like you hit a wall. Like there was no more growth. There,
Yeah.
like it stopped. And so, how did you conquer the fear of, oh my gosh, am I going to be successful? To being like, oh my God, screw the world. Here I am. I'm going to make it happen.
Anger built up in me, and anger is a powerful thing. And I just knew, hey, either I'm going to be miserable in life, or I'm going to start my own, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to kill it. And the only person I can be mad at is myself. And I called my parents, and they were like, well, we told you, go on your own, do it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do it and I'm going to kill it.
Yeah.
And it's fearful for real because I was used to seeing a lot more people at once. And then also, I counted, I had 78 clients last month. And this month on my books, I only had, I think, 38. And I was like, my God, that's half. But then I'm doing my numbers and I'm like, hey, I'm still averaging out the same. How does that work? Now
Mhm.
I get to keep my money. So it's just a game changer, you guys. So
It
if you're ever
is.
worried, do it.
Yeah, I've always been told like if it scares you, then it's probably something you should do. It's
Yeah.
just coming up to that mindset of like, do I jump or do I stay where I'm at? Like, how did you get there? You said anger, but what else?
Yeah.
Because it had to be more than just anger.
I always wanted to be a business owner since day one, always. And I just knew that being under someone, I've never been a fan of rules. I've never been a fan ever. And Jeanette can vouch for me. I've always been the trouble child. I've always been, if you tell me this is the line, I want to go in front of the line.
Mhm.
If you tell me that I can't jump, I'm going to jump higher just because you said not to. And that's just been me. And I was hearing all these rules, all these new stipulations and new agreements and I was like, "Hell no, I'm not going to be bound to nobody for anything." I was like, "I need to get it together. I needed to get it together now." And I was like, "And if my clients are already pre-booking for this month, more than likely they're going to follow me." I was like, I was seeing the same clients for the same 6 months. And I was like, oh my God, I see the same people. I was like, okay, you guys, they're going to follow. And if they don't, you know what? I have three new ones ready to follow. And that's what's been happening. And it was just basically anger got the best of me and I did it.
Yeah, but you also have always had like that internal drive that
Some people don't have that. And I didn't know that.
no, some people don't. And you've always had that you can't tell me no because if you tell me no, I'm going to figure out a way to get the yes. And
Yes.
so that's always been you. And so
Yes.
I feel like when you first got your license, you were a little fearful and that piece of you kind of got buried. And
Very, very fearful.
she emerged and she was like,
Poking the bear, poking the bear, poking the bear. And
mm-hmm,
I think she wanted this version of me, but I didn't give her this version of me because I was complacent. And if you know me, I've never been complacent ever, ever. And now I'm like, I've never been a failure. I'm going to rock it. Like I'm going to do what I've been meant to do. And I have been. So that's just not me. I'm not complacent person and I'm not like the shy little girl that I was acting like. I was like, well, this is not you, Salma. This is not, why are you being like this?
yeah.
So
So it took a minute, like you lost her, but then she came back and she
I
lit your
did. I lost. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, I was losing myself and losing my passion. And when that happens, there's no going back. So I was like, no, I need to get it right before it goes too far gone. And I did.
So what I'm hearing is like that anger
Hmm.
came not only from the situation that you were in, but
Hmm.
from the moment that your internal self was like, "Hey, Selma, wake up. Like this is not for you. It is
Yeah.
not serving you. You need to step
Hmm.
into another role and another identity."
And you know who also helped me so much was my best friend Ashley. She was telling me, when Abigail, oh my God, this girl was always in my ear.
Great.
Go, leave, leave, leave. Every day I'd come home from work and I was mad about something, or I had like something had went on another meeting that I just couldn't stand anymore. And I would tell my best friend and she's like, Salma, like you're so good. Like it's because they seen me throughout everything. I've known these girls for years and Thoughty too. Thoughty was like, girl, what are you doing? Like, come on, girl. And like all three of my closest friends and even Brittany too, and she works with me and she was like, I had all of them. They're like, we know you. We know who you are. Y'all, you're not this girl. You're not this person. And when I had all my friends telling me something, I was like, okay, Sama, someone is telling me something and I need to listen. I need to listen already. And I did.
How long did it take all the people around you, your circle, your sisterhood? How long did it take for all of us to tell you something for you to take action?
Took me a year and a half, like a literal year and a half. Oh no, like a year, like 1 year. Because in the beginning, I was learning. I didn't know what I knew. I didn't know how to do a chemical peel. I didn't know how to do facials. So I was observing. I was learning everything. I was learning everything. And I was mastering it. I was mastering it. I was mastering it. And I just kept practicing. And I just couldn't. I couldn't leave. Also, you know what I think it was? I was scared because I moved out in May,
Mhm.
last May, and I was like, okay, now I have an apartment to take care of. I have to pay for my apartment. I have to buy all my groceries. I have to buy this. I have to buy that. And I was like, at least working here, I will get a steady check every month for the rest of the time that I'm here. I will get paid. And then I'm on my own now. And I was like, oh my God, am I going to be able to afford it? Am I not going to be able to afford it? So I'm like, ugh, it was just worrisome. Like I never had bills, you guys. I always lived at home. I always stayed there, and I was like, I'm gonna be comfortable. I'm gonna be comfortable. And then I did it and I'm like, oh hell no, I'm gonna get it together. And so yeah, it was worrisome. Everyone would tell me that.
Yeah. So not only was it the fear, but it was the fear of uncertainty, the fear of the unknown
Hmm.
that kind of kept you
Hmm.
complacent until you hit the wall and you were just like, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, yep, literally. And I was like, it's either sink or swim, someone. If you
Mhm.
fail, it's on you.
Mhm.
And you don't like to fail. You don't like to lose. I've always been a sore loser girl since day one. Since day one, I was that kid that was mad if I lost. Yeah, I was Barrington. Yes, I was mad. Barrington is
Always
her
had to
baby.
be right.
I was a smart ass basically.
And I mean, it serves you in where it needs to, but sometimes it
Yeah.
can like backfire and bite us in the.
It most definitely does sometimes. I'm like, oh, why do you have to open your mouth? And then it hurts me. But you know what? Now I have no one to tell me what I can or cannot say, what I can or cannot do, because
Mhm.
it's on me. If something goes wrong, I'm the only person to blame.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, I need to get it together.
Yeah. And I love
Mhm.
that you show grace in recognizing that, okay, well, this group practice, this group salon that I was at is not serving me anymore.
Mhm.
And so I need to get support and I need to go. Now, I have a group myself, and a lot of my clinicians, they get to the point where you're at, and they're like, okay, I'm ready to grow. I'm ready to do things. I'm ready to start my own
But
practice.
you, no, 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 no. You are completely different because you allow your team to grow. You will help them grow, and you're willing to, if they're like, "Hey, like I need a little bit more," you're willing to work with more. And I wasn't in that position. I was capped at 40% commission, and I was capped, and I was told like, "This is what you're gonna be, and that's all you're gonna be." And I was like, "Hell no! I'm a grower. I'm ready to grow."
I used to be part of groups too, before I hit the wall and was like, okay, it's time for me to spread my
Mhm.
wings and figure this out.
Yeah.
And one thing that I learned so that I could create the group that supports and uplifts and encourages
Yeah.
is, I mean, you have to kind of learn the hard way and fall on your
Mhm.
face to recognize
I
how you
Yeah.
can lead.
Yeah. And that's every business. I feel like every business has fell at least two, three, four times, and you're gonna keep falling. You're gonna keep, but it's if you evolve or if you give up. And that's what
Mhm.
it boils down to. If you're gonna just say throw in the rag and be like, I'm okay. I'll go back to my 9 to 5. And
Yeah.
that's not me. Can you imagine me being in a 9 to 5?
No, it didn't work for you.
Yeah, it didn't. It didn't work for me at all.
No, no, and it doesn't work for me either. But for some
Yeah.
people, I want everyone
Like
to
my
know.
mom.
Yeah, I
My
want
mom
everyone
and
to
dad,
know
they do it. They kill
it's
it.
it's okay to be a 9 to 5 person. Like there is no shame in wanting stability and wanting certainty in your life. Not everyone has the entrepreneur mindset.
Mm-mm. Yeah, you're right. And that's what it comes down to.
Hmm.
Whether you're gonna do it or you're not.
Yeah, I am just a creative, and so my brain shifts so much. It wants to do all these cool.
That's our ADHD.
Yes, it could be the ADHD, but again, your mom is okay with her 9 to 5 and the certainty, and
My
she,
dad too, and he's ADD too. And I'm like, oh my God, how my brain is on 10 24/7 at night, girl. I can't
Mhm.
sleep because I'm thinking like, what about this or what about that? And then at night on my bed, I'm literally on bed and I'm taking notes down for my thing. Oh, I need to post this, I need to text this person back, I need to do this. And
Mhm.
I'm like, why am I everywhere right now? I should be in this bed. I should be
Yeah.
with my eyes closed. And it's 2 in the morning, girl, and I'm thinking, like, who else does that?
A lot of people actually, but you're using a really good tool of stopping and writing it down, because whenever your mind starts to spiral like that, the best tool that you can do is to get out of the bed, go to the table, go to the couch, write down.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
write it all down so you can take it from here, put it on paper, say it out loud,
Hmm.
the reality so that your brain can rest, because now you have it scheduled and you're ready to knock it
Mm.
out.
Yeah, girl. Last night I was literally I'm texting people at all hours of the night. Like if I'm thinking it, I'm putting it on paper, or I'm texting someone, or I'm putting it in my notes. I'm doing something with it because I don't want to lose a great thought.
Mhm.
You can ask my friends, like any of the three girls that I've mentioned earlier. They're getting hours at all hours of the night, and they're like, "Girl, go to bed. Like, what are you doing?" And it's just like I can't. It's my head. It just don't stop.
Yeah, but you're doing great things with writing it down. So don't let it like control you. You have to stay a step ahead of it.
Hmm.
And also, I forgot what I was going to say. That's okay.
Yeah, you see, like I'm the same way. I'm like, well, I'm here, I'm there, I'm over everywhere.
But going from there, like it's just so important to recognize that it is okay to be that 9 to 5 person. And it is also okay to want to test out that entrepreneurship. But it is also okay to realize after you tested it all out that I don't know what to do next.
Yeah. And that's not where I'm at all. But I understand people that are at that. I have another esthetician friend who's doing 9 to 5, and she's doing her entrepreneurship, and I'm like, girl, good for you. You kill it, because I that is above me, because I can't sit still for 8 hours in the day. I just can't. I'm everywhere. That's why I like my job. I'm doing facials and I'm doing waxing. I'm constantly moving, and I don't give my brain a rest, which is I like that.
Which is good. It keeps you wanting more. It
Hmm.
keeps you wanting to be more creative. But
Hmm.
Selma, what did you learn from going from a group to going solo? And how are you going to take that information to become a leader within yourself?
Oh, I definitely learned accountability, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was relying on people a lot, like a lot. Like, and I was like, oh my God, was I just lazy, or what was it? And I would rely on Brittany. I'd be like, hey, Brittany, I'm not there yet. Can you turn on my wax pot? Can you make my towels? Can you make my tray? And she's like, yeah, girl, I got you. I'll do it for you. Now, fast forward to this morning, I was running like 5 minutes later than what I thought I was. Luckily, my first client was late. So I had to turn on my wax pot. I have no one to do it for me anymore. I really had to wake up and to reality and say, holy crap, like no one's gonna do it for you, Salma. And posting, oh my God, posting is killer. My content, man, I have nobody doing well, I shouldn't say nobody. I have a girl who's gonna come in and help me, and she's great. Yes, and she's gonna help me for a day, and we're gonna do content within the day. But yeah, so it was killer, man. I was like, I was used to Pam's, bleep that out, or whatever. Yeah, I was used to my old bosses posting for me and doing everything, and it was nice, it was comfortable. But thinking about it, you're not going to get where you want to be by being comfortable. Like, you have to shape up and get there. And working with the group was catty and it was fun, but hey, like, they don't want the best for you. You want the best for you. So if you're going to stay in the group, you're only going to be as good as the top person in the group. And that top person ain't going to share as much as you would hope. So you're not going to ever make it in a group. You got to make it as yourself. You got to want it, cuz if you don't want it, then nobody else will.
Yeah.
And that's truth, right? Like, I'm sure you can vouch for me. And like, when you were working in your group, you're like, God, Lee, like, at your school, when you were working at the school, you were just like, I want more, I want more, I want more. And you couldn't do more, because what else are you going to do?
Yeah, there was a ceiling and you could only go so high.
Yeah. And if you said something that was over the ceiling, you're in trouble. You can't do what you really wanted to do. And it's like, you have to bite your tongue so much. And that's what I was never good at. I've always been told, you're the talkative kid. You need to watch what you say. Don't say this, don't say that. And I was always in trouble, always in trouble. My old teachers, anyone who knows me can vouch for me. And I was getting in trouble again. I was like, what the hell? I was like, am I in school again? Like, why am I getting in trouble? I was like, no, I'm out. I'm out. Deuces.
But there's a difference in different types of leadership. Like there's the leadership that's very strict and there's hard boundaries and you have to do it this way. And there's the other like type of leadership that I think I'm more of, that is kind of go with the flow. Like we have structure, we have systems, but I'm going to allow my clinician to be their own boss essentially. Even though I'm technically a boss, I don't want to be a boss. So I give that to them, which allows them to grow and to reach where I'm at actually, because I think I make less than my employees. I only make 60,000 a year. And a
Yeah.
lot of them are bringing in 70, 80, 85,000. And so I'm just an employee in my business. And so there's the two type of leaderships. Like I have to be at the top and you got to see me at the top and you got to recognize and you got to
And
respect it.
some people get power hungry. And
Mhm.
you could easily be like that, very much so. You could be like, you know what? I want more. You know what? Your pay is getting cut in half now
I could.
because I
I
want more. And yeah, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I definitely could. But instead, I'm thinking like, okay, well, what do I have to do to make sure that my employees
We'll
feel
stay.
good, feel supported, feel valued, and whatever that is, I'm going to give it to them. They want to be W-2s, I'm going to pay those taxes. They want 401k and reimbursements and they want support, they want me to pay their insurance, like whatever it is, I'm going to do it because I want them to come out higher than me.
Yeah. And that's unheard of. That is unheard of
And
for
I didn't recognize that until I hear stories that
like
you've
mine.
experienced,
Yeah.
stories that others have
Yeah.
experienced. Yeah.
And yeah, Jeanette was telling me from the jump, like, you need to go, you need to go, you need to go. And I was like, okay, girl, I'm gone. I'm gone. It
What
took a while.
what kind of leader do you want to be? Let's say one day you hit the a wall again because we hit it often. But let's say you
And
hit
then
the wall again, Selma, and you're like, oh, okay, I think I want to hire some employees. Like what
ugh,
leader do you want to be? Knowing that
I
you've
would,
seen all kinds.
you know what? It's hard to say because I've always been told you're a leader, you're a leader. But until you're put in that position is what you really can say. So I can say that I would never do this or I would never do that, but you don't know until you're put in this like position. I'm sure like you've been through that. And I say that I would be a super cool boss and super lenient, but who knows? I could be a hard ass. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think that I would, but I would like to be I would want them to grow, of course, grow with them and be supportive of them. And it's hard because you're like, damn, well, what if she does me dirty? Or what if she takes my clients? Or what if she does, you know what I mean? But then at the end of the day, I'm like, hey, I took her clients because I was doing them. So that's how I would want my person to go. So with that being said, I don't think that I would hire someone directly under me. I think that I would hire an associate with me. I would make them a partner. I wouldn't make them an employee, if that makes sense. I would be like, hey, like both of us are bringing in bank. Like, let's go together and let's
Support.
make more revenue and let's kill it. And I wouldn't want to take anyone's money. No, that's would be besides me because I don't feel right if they're doing the service and therapy and this is completely different because I'm hands on. I'm actually getting in the dirty. Jeanette has to pay a lot of overhead. I don't think I have to pay a lot of overhead. So
Mhm.
it's very different. I can't speak for your experience, but my experience, I don't think I could do someone that's under me. I think I could do a partner.
Yeah, and right now that might be what makes sense to you, but it also could be this thing that I always say, like we don't know what we don't know. And
Yeah.
until we know
Hmm.
it, we don't know. And so
Yeah.
it is what it is. But I wanted to just say one thing because you said that you took her clients. I want you to understand that you did not do that. What happened was,
Well, that's how they see it. That's how she's
well,
like
I'm gonna
saying it, you know?
so, but what happened was you were hired under her brand. So her brand brought in people, just like my brand brings in people because we're established, we're credible,
Yeah.
we've been around for a while. So people trust it, they trust the brand. So the
Mhm.
people come and we need to put them somewhere, right? So I have therapists, she has waxers, and so we fill your schedule. But the thing
Mhm.
is that we're not the ones creating that relationship with that client. You are. So
Yeah.
you have those clients and they're yours. That's why I don't tell my people when they leave, like, those are mine, you can't take them. I don't even have a non compete clause because once they come
Yes.
to the door, they're no longer mine. They become the therapists because they are the one that's putting in the work and building the relationship. So I just
And
want
that's
you to
crazy to hear that.
yeah.
Yeah, and I But they're, like you said, two different type of business owners, very different. Like, it's just like, at the, I'll leave it at that. Like, very different people, and you are uplifting all the time. Since I've met Jeanette, she's always been the open spirit and the helper of everybody. She thinks she can save everybody, and I'm like, Jeanette, no.
I'm like, I'd love to. One day, I think I really can, Salma. I just need to have the right mentors and the right support, and I'd be able to help the world.
No, you can't. That's where you need me to ground you. We can't fix everyone, girl.
Yeah.
It's hard. It is hard, but I'm grateful for everything that I learned and everything that I got out of it. You just, at the end of the day, that's what you got to think of. You did good. You should always give yourself a little bit of grace, because that's where I'm finding my hardest part right now, is giving, excuse me, is giving myself grace, because I'm like, why didn't I bring in $1,000? Like, Salma, you're not gonna bring in $1,000 on your first week. You need to calm down. Like, I'm
Not
like, why
right
didn't I
away.
bring? Huh?
Not right away.
Yeah, not the first week. That's what I was telling my mom. I was mad. I was like, Mom, I didn't bring in as much as I wanted to. She's like, Salma, you just started. Give yourself grace. And I've been like, oh. And then now I'm relying on my family to help me, which is, I'm grateful for them.
Yeah.
On that night that I was moving in all my stuff, I think it was Thursday night, or yeah, Thursday night, I was coming in, setting up shop. I had my sister, my mom, my best friends.
Ah,
Can you hear me?
now I can. Okay, say that again because you got cut off.
It stopped the recording and went back down to zero.
Let me see.
Did it stop
I
yours
think
too?
we're back up. Repeat that. Repeat
Okay.
the support part.
Okay, yes. So I've had a lot. I had my whole family, my best friends, all of them. I had all of my best friends here. And the next day my dad came and he set up my stuff too. And I'm just so grateful for all of my family. And if I feel like you were in the same boat. You have a great support system, so we're not gonna fail. You have your parents that help you tremendously, and like your friends are there for everything. And I think that's where people fail, is if you don't have a good support system, you're doing it 100% on your own, and it's not doable. It just not. It's not. Like, sometimes you need help, and that was a big one for me. Asking for help was hard. Like, it was very hard. I'm like, hey, like, I need someone to help me carry this dresser up, and finding that person. Well, Ricky, I was like, Ricky, I need help, and he was like, okay, I'm on my way. Like, having those people is unmatched, really. So yeah, I'm
Yeah, no,
grateful.
I love that. I heard so many like powerful things today, like as you were speaking. I heard
Hmm.
authenticity. I heard that you had to have like that follow through. The fire got lit. You
Hmm.
lost a piece of yourself and then you found her. You need
Hmm.
support. You need a community. All of these things are necessary for growth.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me this, Selma. What are two things that you can give our audience? Selma, how old are you?
21.
Our lovely Selma is 21 years old. So I want you to speak to not only the 21-year-old, but also the 41-year-olds out there that hit the wall, because it doesn't matter what time and what
No,
age
you can
you
hit it
are
at any
getting
age.
started. Yeah, you can do it any age. It doesn't matter how old you are. So I want you to speak to everyone that's at that point where this isn't working for me anymore. What are two things, two golden pieces of advice that you would give our listeners?
You got to work hard to play hard. You have to. There's no way you're going to be successful at anything if you're not putting in the work, regardless. And don't burn your bridges. You never know who is going to help you or who can help you in your future. Okay, one more advice. You treat everyone as a VIP client. You treat everyone like they have $1 million, like they have the next big stuff. I treat, and in my treatment room, everybody gets the same treatment, regardless you're my best friend of 30 years, or you're my best, or 30 years of 20 years, or you're my best friend of today. You will get the true authentic self that I am, and that's what a lot of people don't like. They don't like how open I am, and they don't like that I can make you feel like my best friend in a minute. And that's okay, and I'm not for everybody. And sometimes people are like, you're an oversharer, and I'm like, okay, cool. You can meet the next waxer that's gonna talk to you about the weather.
Yeah,
That's not me.
yeah,
That's not me. I'm gonna talk to you about your life, and I'm gonna see, like, I want to know the real you, and I'm tired of the fake stuff, and I don't want to hear what you ate for breakfast. I don't care. Like, tell me what's really on your mind. Like, I actually care about you as a person, and I don't. necessarily care about the little stuff. Like if you need someone to vent to and you have something really big on your head, like really something that's in your mind and you can't tell anyone, you can talk to me and it's going to be our little secret.
Yeah, you're more than a waxer.
Yeah, I am. Really, I really
You're
am.
like
I
the
feel it.
best friend that we never had. So
Hmm.
I highly recommend, if you have not had a chance to go visit Selma for her waxing or facial or peel services, like
Or
it is,
even just to go get a drink or eat or whatever, girl, I'm there.
yeah, it is a must. Selma, how can they get a hold of you if they would like to step into your new office to experience?
It's at Aravia. I'm located in Aravia. I'm on Fredericksburg, but you can also reach me on Instagram. And on Instagram, I'm the most active, but I'm also trying to be active, like I said, on social media, period. So Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All of my handles are Skin by Salma with two A's at Salma. Yeah. I love it. I love my job. I love what I do. And I wouldn't ask for anything else.
It's amazing. So, Selma, thank you so much for being part of the podcast today. You
I
gave
love podcast.
me so much information. Like, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to do something you're scared of. And always reach out and try to do the thing that scares you, because you never know what's going to happen.
Uh-huh. That's true. And you're gonna fall. Regardless, you're gonna fall. At least once.
I
But
fall.
are you gonna get back up?
Exactly. I fall
Yeah.
every day. There's always something that gets in the way or gets thrown at me
Hmm.
that I wasn't expecting. And you have to take failure as a learning experience and not
Learning curve.
failure. Because,
And that's the truth. You get back up.
well, that's how we grow. We have to fall in order to get back up and keep going.
Yeah. And I hate to fall, but I've learned to accept it, love it. And on the days that I'm slow or the days that I fall, let's just say I fall, I'm doing content now. And now I'm not just sitting there on my phone, twiddling my thumbs. Now I'm doing something productive.
Don't worry. If you fall, we got your first aid kit.
Thanks.
Thank you, Selma. Thank you, everyone, for listening. This is Jeanette with Untamed and Unapologetic. See you next week.